Hi class, welcome to week 2 of Advertising and Creativity. The normal cadence for this class is that on the weekend I will send out an announcement with information about the week's assignment. Usually it will include a video like this. You'll want to pay attention to those because I almost always share something that will make the assignment easier and will help your grade. This weekend I was traveling, so I'm posting this a bit late. I apologize. It was great to read your introductions. Getting to know you might be my favorite part of the class. You all bring such interesting backgrounds to this undertaking, and it's fun for me to see the platforms you all come from. It's too bad for the 4 who didn't do an introductory post. They missed out on a chance to make an easy first impression. This is going to be your favorite class. I keep saying that. And I have 2 tips for you. Yes, I'll push you to be more creative, but know that this is supposed to be fun, and it will be. My first tip, like I said a minute ago, is to read my announcement and watch my video each week. It's not a waste of time. I'll always give you direction as to what I'm looking for and grading for. My second tip is that I'm unlike any other professor you've ever had. I'm sure you're skeptical, but it's true. I view this class as a collaboration. I'm in it too. If you and I were working in an advertising agency, we'd all be leaning on each other for the good of the client. In our case, the client's goal is an A, and I'm as committed to that A for you as you are. I'm in it just like you. So what does this mean? Probably the most unusual thing is that you are welcome to submit your assignments for a review prior to submitting for grading. Just email it to me in advance of the due date, and I'll give you all of the feedback I would on a finished project. You can then tweak it and just about guarantee yourself an A on it. I don't know why you wouldn't do this on every written assignment. I just ask that you give me a day or 2 to review it so I can get back to you before it's due. Written assignments are due every other Friday. Maybe just plan to have it to me by Wednesday night. I'll get back to you on Thursday, and then you can tweak it and turn it in on Friday. That's the recipe for a perfect score, and I had a couple students do that last semester. Another way this collaboration works is that you can always ask for help. For example, this is not a graphic design class, but a few of the assignments have a design element. You may want to or not want to be a designer, but I happen to be. So for 35 years, I've worked in graphic design, and I'd be happy to collaborate with you on your project. You aren't expected to have mastered everything at this stage in your career. Rather than office hours, I commit to you that you're my priority. Of course, things come up, but virtually every time you email or text me, I'll get right back to you. Probably the easiest thing you can do is text me. My number is 971-241-6333. You're going to appreciate the class schedule. Every other week we do a discussion board. On the off week, it's a written assignment. This doesn't change. Now, I know things have come up. You have a schedule problem and are going to be late. Just let me know in advance. I'm the most flexible professor you'll have. In advance. In advance, I can give you extensions. Easy. But if you don't let me know up front, the score penalties are harsh. That's the price of my flexibility. Creativity is in the name of this class. Unlike every other college course, there aren't a bunch of facts to memorize. What you are being graded on are your ideas. I want to see that you aren't just jumping on your first thought, but you're pushing your ideas. You're asking yourself, is this as creative as I can make it? The source of most first ideas are things that you've seen before. By definition, that's not very creative. Can it be more funny? Challenge yourself to be original. I love personal examples. And if you have a story to tell about something, tell it. The definition of creativity is the unique expression of an individual. Keep that in mind. Provide your unique expression. Don't let someone else's ideas take over your thoughts. If you've used an example in another class, don't think you can shortcut by copying and pasting. That's not very creative. I think the last thing I'll bring up about this is artificial intelligence, AI. You're going to use AI in this class, but do not use it to write. I want the written words to be all you. I'll give you a 0 if I get a hint that you've used AI to write your discussion post. The reason is that AI is amazing and it's going to help you do your job, but fundamentally, this class is about helping you have better ideas. If you're leaning on AI to have better ideas, then you're not gaining a skill. We'll talk more about AI when the assignments warrant it. During this semester, I expect to move from Wyoming back to my home state of Oregon. It will likely be disruptive to my schedule. I'll keep you all informed, but know that's going to happen. Now on to this week. What I'm looking for in a discussion post is first that you meet all the requirements in the instructions. I'm figuring 500 words or so about 1 page of writing, but less is fine. If you get everything said, the university rules that you read every one of your classmates' posts. I can see if you did or did not. If you don't read them, it can cost you up to 2 points. You are required to make 4 comments on your classmates' posts. If you reply to me, and you should, that can count as one of your 4 comments. The most important thing is, nothing makes me more crazy than a comment that reads like, "Hey Jen, great job on your post. I agree with you. Dove really does a great job of..." What makes me crazy is that while that's nice, it doesn't elevate the class discussion. Now, if you'd said, "Jen, you got a lot of that right, but don't you think that by portraying plus-size women like that, you're promoting a new stereotype?" This class has creativity in its name, and I'm a stickler for that you apply that, and some critical thinking to your comments. Lastly, feel free to comment on the comments. I'll count those against your 4 comments too. So if Jen comments, comment back. Back and forth is fun, interesting, and that too elevates the discussion. Discussion posts are worth 20 points. Your original post is worth 10 to 12 of those points. So be sure to put the effort into your comments and read every post. The crux of this week's discussion post is, what is your creative philosophy? Do you have one? I suppose mine is to be creative in all things. Look for humor, be different, question everything. Ideas can move the world. Well, I look forward to a great week in the discussion board. Thanks.